and the touch judges are Mrs. P. Walton and J.D. Jones. So Mr. Tennant gets the match underway, and Leigh kick out on the full to concede a penalty from the kick-off. So the first penalty of the game goes the way of the Londoners. Fulham currently 9th in the second division, pushing hard for a spot in the Premiership playoffs at the end of the season. Leigh are currently in 5th position, not completely out of the promotion race, but struggling with 4 defeats in their last 6 league matches. So Fulham 35 yards out with hooker Rotherham, and immediately Cruikshank brings into play the big forwards out wide. Good defence from Leigh. Rotherham again behind the play of the ball. On to second row of Wilkins. Using the other second row, Noble now. So Fulham up to the Leigh 25. Trying to use the big men. Browning's good pass inside to Rotherham, but the pass was forward. Rotherham trying to find Wilkins in a bit of space there. Referee Tennant right on the spot, and we'll have our first scrum of the game. So Sullivan to feed for Leigh. Leigh come up with possession. Sullivan clears the 25 before Browning makes the tackle. So Leigh in possession for the first time in the game. Potter from acting half-back. Makes another 5 yards before Keating gets in the tackle. Reparty now. Out to Shields. Good tackling from Wilkins this time. Leigh still short of halfway. Reparty moves it right. Brown puts in the kick. Fine grubber kick, finds touch inside the home 25, over on the far side of the field. This is Leigh's first visit, of course, to the National Sports Centre. A completely seated stadium, but as you can see, spectators on the far side electing to stand by the touchline. And Fulham win their first scrum. Cruikshank works the run around well with Browning. Potter making the tackle on the home 25. So Fulham now. It's time to clear the 25. Cruikshank offers the dummy. Stopped by its opposite number, Donahue. And Leigh caught offside. Ian Jeffrey well away from the play, but referee Tennant correct. Penalises the Leigh centre. So Fulham with the kick on this near side. Left footed by scrum half Groff. Makes about 15 yards. Rotherham with the tap. First man in is the big number 8 Corcoran. He stopped short of the 25. Rotherham once more. Try to bring in the other prop, Keating. Good defence from Leigh again. Rotherham once more. Again, a big drive from Browning this time. Browning takes it into the Leigh 25. Rotherham now. Brings in fullback Pearce this time. Certainly Fulham trying to crack open this Leigh defence in centre field. Groff's long pass is a terrible ball. Picked up in the end by Taylor. But that pass lost 15 yards of ground for the home side. Groff now. What's in the kick ahead? Well taken though for Leigh by standoff Jason Donahue. David Ruane trying his luck from acting half-back, playing the centre this afternoon. Now Brian Case on the charge. High tattle indicates the referee against prop forward Colin Corcoran, and Leigh get their first penalty of the match. Comes with just 5 minutes of the game gone, and Paul Topping will kick for touch. Fine kick, finds touch 5 yards short of the home 25. So Leigh's best attacking position so far. First man in is Shields. Takes it into the home 25. So what can Leigh work from this position? Party now to Sullivan. To Case, Sullivan. Tries the run around. Well wrapped up though by Wilkins. Brown now out to Case. Case stopped on the 25 by Corcoran. Donahue now. Leigh with a good line out over here. Finds its way to Ruane, but good defence from Manthe. And Leigh have gone backwards on these 6 tackles. Potter now. He's upended by his opposite number, Browning. It's the last tattle. Nah, high up and under from Brown. Safely taken though by fullback Pearce. He's tattle 5 yards from his own try line. And Taylor goes from acting half-back. Makes 5 or 6 yards. Rotherham now out to Groff. To Cruikshank, a long pass out to Manthe. Wilkins going from acting half-back. Clears the 25. On the last tattle, says the referee. Groff puts in the left-footed kick. It'd be an easy one for Topping to take, just outside his own 25. Wilkins gets in the tattle. Standish trying from acting half-back. It's away from the first tattle, but can't escape Corcoran. Donahue now out to Shields. Shields tries to straighten the move up. Brown with the kick. Leigh looking for the position. Once more, Peter Brown finds touch inside the home 25. The scrum at 15 yards from the Fulham try line, over on the far side of the field. 7 minutes of the game gone. We still await the first points of the match. Groff with the feed. Fulham win their second scrum. The ball is lost though. Dropped on by Manthe. Good play by Leigh, forcing Fulham back in possession. Zainab Barkey trying to run. Rotherham knocks on though. And the scrum it just 10 yards from the home try line. Head and ball to the visitors from Leigh. Sullivan to feed. Leigh win possession. Potter comes away from the scrum with the ball, but is stopped before he can pass the ball out. Reparty now to Sullivan. Donahue. Donahue tries to riddle up centre field. No way through. Good tackle coming in from Noble. Reparty now to Case. Case gets out of 3 would-be tackles. Stopped 10 yards short of those Fulham posts. Reparty now out to Ruane. Standish tattle without the ball after he dropped it. A wide pass from David Ruane, but looking for some way to unlock this Fulham defence. Well, he certainly haven't found the answer as yet, but only had just under 9 minutes. And Groff with the feed again. Makes it scrum count 3-2 in Fulham's favour now. Pearce in the line. And tattle though on Manthe from Jeffrey. So Fulham now moving it right. Jeffrey intercepts but couldn't hold on to the pass from Cruikshank. Referee calls them back for the scrum. Scrum at 15 yards out from the Fulham try line. So we still wait our first points. Groff with the feed. Referee Tennant talking to the Leigh front row. Finally gets the pack down. Possession again to Fulham. No way through for Cruikshank. Wilkins now on the charge, wrapped up by Potter. And Leigh penalised in the end. So lying on at the Tuttle. It's a penalty count now, 3-1 in Fulham's favour. Scrums 4-2. Points on the board, nil each. So scrum half Craig Groff with the left-footed kick off his own 25. Finds touch 5 yards short of halfway. And Dave Rotherham with the tap. Out to Groff, onto Cruikshank. Short ball to Browning. And takes play into the Leigh half. And here comes the number 10 Keating now. Makes another 5 yards. Fulham looking to use the short side. Inside now to Noble. Noble almost through. Upended by Shields, but brings cheers from the home supporters. Manthe, a brilliant ball to Pearce. Pearce steps inside. Chances lost. He's tackled 10 yards out. Good attacking position now for Fulham. Cruikshank with the ball. Leigh wrap him up, man and ball. The ball is loose, and Leigh drop on it in the end. Mark Shields comes to Leigh's rescue, but Leigh have a player down injured. They're calling for the physio. Referee Tennant stops the match. Don't know who the injured party is as yet. This is though it could be Brian Case. Player still down receiving treatment. Ian Potter called for the physio immediately. In fact, it's Jason Donoghue who is the injured party. So he had a shoulder injury. He's fit to continue, or at least receive further treatment. Here comes Brian Case trying to clear the lines for the visitors. Reparty now goes it alone, only making a couple of yards. Wilkins with the tackle. Lying on at the tackle this time, Mick Noble gets the penalty, concedes the penalty. There's Leigh the second of the game, and Paul Topping will kick for touch once more. So the party will tap for Leigh 10 yards short of halfway. Shields, Fulham tattlers in there in numbers. The party now to Case. Case takes it up almost to halfway. Sullivan now. Brown almost through, couldn't get the ball out in the tattle. Plays it quickly. Potter now for Leigh. Sit into Reparty, onto Ruane. Ruane dodges and weaves, makes another 5 or 6 yards. Very intricate for Leigh in centre field there. It's Sullivan. The pass inside is forward pass, says the referee. Chances lost. We'll scrum it in centre field, midway between halfway and the Fulham 25. So Groff to feed again. All scrums gone with the feed so far. Fulham looking to work a run-around move. Good defence by Leigh, but Fulham showing that they could almost find the Leigh defence wanting on that occasion. Hill getting in a tattle on Leslie. Rotherham now, on to Groff. Wilkins brings in Keating. Rotherham once more. Goes it alone this time. Wrapped up by his opposite number Reparty. Groff now. Short ball to Noble. Fine cover tattle though from Jeffrey, but it's Fulham making the breaks at the moment. It's on the last tattle. I don't think Fulham are aware of that, and Leigh will get the advantage of the first turnover of the match. So 14.5 minutes gone, no points on the board as yet, and Leigh with little to show for their efforts. Two best breaks having come from Fulham. Case stopped by Noble and Corcoran. Shields trying to break through in centre field, but Leigh not clicked into gear yet. Sullivan, Brown back to Topping for the kick. Topping's fine kick into space, forces Greg Pearce to turn and chase. It's not going to go dead. He picks it up on his own try line. Leigh have 3 men up there. Jeffrey makes the tackle. So Fulham back in possession inside their own 25. Pearce plays it to himself, almost catches Leigh out. Takes another 15 yards. Taylor now from acting half-back, and there's a newfound confidence in this Fulham side at this point in time. Rotherham now. Groff, wrapped up well by Brown. Man and ball. Good tackle from the Leigh skipper. Rotherham now to Cruikshank. He's stopped by Shields and Sullivan on halfway. Last one indicates the referee. Groff with the kick. Short one. Well taken by Wayne Standish. So he got in the clear. It's away from 2 or 3 would-be tattlers. Stopped just short of halfway. And then loses possession in the tattle. Fulham come up with the ball. So they keep the pressure on the visitors from Lancashire. Good run around by Corcoran. Ball lost. All on now for Leigh. Sullivan. Out to Donahue. Tattle came in from Taylor. Looked a little high, but Browning followed in as well, which doesn't please referee Tennant. And Leigh will get the advantage of the 3rd penalty of this game. The initial tattle from Mick Taylor. The centre looked suspiciously high, but Russell Browning decided to add his own punishment as well. Leigh gets the 3rd penalty, and Topping will kick for touch. Finds touch just short of the home 25. So what can Leigh do from here? We still wait our first points of the game. Well, the referee taking time to push the Fulham side back. They all penalised again for offside. Well, I think Leigh were a little fortunate to get the penalty in the end. Perhaps if the referee had given it earlier when he was trying to force the Fulham players to get back, but when they got back, Leigh then took their time, lulled them into an offside position, and referee Tennant penalised them. So Paul Topping with the first penalty attempt of the match. It's taken 18 minutes. Still no points on the board. Just 15 yards out, about 10 yards to the left of the Fulham post. So Paul Topping, his first attempt of the match. And the ball falls over. Referee stops the clock. Fulham supporters around us not too happy with the time being spent on this penalty attempt. We're none too pleased in the first place that the penalty was given to Leigh. So Paul Topping lines the kick up for a second time. Two points on the board at last. 19 minutes of the game gone here at Crystal Palace, and a scoreline now of Fulham 0, Leigh 2 points. So Wayne Standish takes that from the kick-off. Tattled 10 yards from his own try line. Rapati going from acting half-back. Makes another 5 yards. This time the penalty goes Fulham's way for Peter Rapati holding Brett Wilkins down. Now the visiting supporters from Leigh don't like referee Tennant. Fullback Greg Pearce with a quick chance to put Fulham back on level terms. So Pearce's first attempt of the game, just 17 or 18 yards out, right in front of the lead post. $18 goals to his credit so far this season, the Fulham fullback. That's number 19. 20.5 minutes of the game gone. Fulham back on level terms. It's now a scoreline of Fulham 2 points, Leigh 2. So Leigh trying to catch Fulham with a quick kick-off. Taylor plays it with his foot. Leslie picks it up, and Leigh make the stop inside the home 25. And Taylor going alone from acting half-back. Rotherham out to Graf. Cruikshank. What does the referee give him this time? Crossing, and he gives Leigh a penalty now in front of the Fulham post. So Paul Topping with another attempt to put Leigh back in the lead, just 60 seconds after Greg Pearce had equalised his first attempt. So Paul Topping's second attempt from a similar position that Greg Pearce has just knocked one over for Fulham. No mistake from the Leigh fullback. 22 minutes of the game gone on the scoreline now. Fulham 2 points, Leigh 4. And we've had 3 penalties in the space of 3 minutes. Fulham trying the quick kick off this time. Wayne Standish. Tattle 15 yards from his own try line by Corcoran. So what can Leigh do now? Case gets away from the first tattler, but a 3-man tattle from Rotherham, Keating and Noble stops him. Brown puts in a kick. A bad one. Ball back. I'll scrum it on the Leigh 25. Head and ball to Fulham. Grove feeds once more. Fulham get possession. Cruikshank brings in Manthe. Leigh backs up quickly. Don't give him any room with which to work. Now Pearce, the fullback, steps inside. Gets a good ball out to Rotherham. Wild ball. Fulham with a big line out now. Browning gets it out to Manthe. Leigh stopping 5 yards out. Superb play from Fulham. There goes Wilkins. Leigh make the tattle, stop the ball in the movement as well. Rotherham 7 yards out to Grove and to Browning. Browning is in. Russell Browning's second try of the season puts Fulham ahead by 6 points to 4 with 23.5 minutes of the game gone. Well, referee Tennant stops the clock as a Fulham player is down receiving treatment. Greg Pearce will be the man to attempt to convert that try from Russell Browning. Fulham ahead for the first time in the game. Look up video. Within his last word. Give me one, Bernard! So the Fulham player recovered, fit to continue, and Greg Pearce can now get on with the conversion attempt. Injured party looked like David Cruikshank. So Greg Pearce will attempt the conversion, 5 yards in from the far touchline.
He's not getting enough. Put that down in a minute. Put that down.
So Pearce's second attempt of the afternoon. Fulham ahead by 6 points to 4 at the moment. Well, the ball falls over again and the referee stops the clock. There's been a lot of stoppage time in this first period so far. So Greg Pearce lines up the kick. And he's wide with that one. On my watch shows 26.5 minutes gone, but a lot of stoppage time in that. It's now a scoreline here at Crystal Palace of Fulham 6 points, Leigh 4. So Topping with the restart, and Fulham back in possession in their own 25, and the ball is lost. Party picks it up for Leigh and throws a wild ball out. Leigh knock on, Taylor knocks on, and really poor play on both sides. The referee is going to penalise the Leigh knock on, deciding that Mick Taylor didn't gain any advantage when he tried to collect the ball. And Leigh pushed him off it and get a penalty for a Fulham player being round on the wrong side. It's hooker Dave Rotherham. They get the 5th penalty of the game. Topping finds touch 20 yards out. So what can Leigh do from here? This one in his case. A tackle from Corcoran. But Leigh really need to unlock this Fulham defence before half time. Brown makes a couple of yards. The party now to Collier. Good tackling this time from Noble. Leigh 10 yards from those posts. Shields gets it out to Topping, to Brown, to Brian Case. Leigh go back 10 yards. Retain possession, but it's the last tackle indicates referee Tennant. Good kick ahead by Donoghue. All on, taken in the end by Leslie. Possession to the Londoners. Taylor now. Good run from Taylor, shrugged off the first 2 attempted Leigh tacklers. Rotherham now. Groff with a long ball out to Manchip. Manchip gets past the first tackle from Ruane. Groff now. Corcoran in centre field. Fulham moving the ball quite well. Shields juddles with it, gets it out to Jeffrey. Jeffrey forced to double back and take the tackle, and Leigh really not organised at all at the moment. Fulham have taken them off their game a little. Standish gets away from the first tackle, makes another 10 yards. So Reparty moves it right to Sullivan. Sullivan does the run around. Collier tries to crash through centre field. No way past this Fulham defence at the moment. Brown now. Tackle comes in from Manthe. Reparty now. Hit out to Jeffrey. Jeffrey puts in an up and under, but that scoring is directly out of play on the last tackle, and Fulham will get the advantage of the turnover. And Leigh supporters that have made the long 200-mile journey down to London, none too happy with Leigh's performance at the moment. But Fulham lose possession. Jeffrey on the counter for Leigh. Pearce and Mantha get the tattle in for Fulham. Potter now on to Shields. Good tackling from Noble this time. Potter now out to Donahue. Reparty juddles with it. Fulham up quickly. Not giving Leigh the time they want. Donahue going from acting half back gets nowhere. Sullivan now. Out to Ruane. Not a good pass. But Collier almost through the gap. The ball's lost. 6 more tackles, says the referee. Hill gets it away to Sullivan. Sullivan couldn't unleash the ball in the tattle, but Leigh have got 6 more tackles. Shields now. Shields stopped by Corcoran and Rotherham on the home 25. Party going from acting half back. Doesn't catch out Corcoran though. Standish now to Sullivan. On to Donahue to Ruane. Long ball. Breaks on by Collier. He's still going. Stopped 15 yards out by a tattle from Keating. Ruane now. On to Sullivan. Brown, but no one near enough to take the pass. Good defence from Fulham again, and Leigh on the last tattle. Well, Leigh make yet another mess of that one and concede. Another turnover. Noel Keating, it's now with Groff, on to Taylor. And Leigh really have got to put their game together and quickly. Fulham growing with confidence as every minute goes by. Wilkins now runs into Brown and Reparty. Rotherham on to Corcoran. He bounces off Potter. Potter gets in the second time. Donahue tries to pinch the ball, doesn't succeed. Rotherham now to Groff, on to Cruikshank, on to the number 12 Noble. Groff with the short kick, sweeping up is Sullivan. But Pearce makes the tackle. And Topping now in the line for Leigh. Tries to break up centre field, but Leigh forwards just a little slow to regroup. Case taking it up to halfway. Reparty now. On to Topping. He runs into Rotherham. Leigh really making heavy weather of breaking down this Londoners' defence at the moment. Brown through a big gap, that's better from Leigh, but it's passed inside to Corcoran. The chance is lost. Fulham recover the situation. And again a missed tackle this time by Potter. Almost lets Fulham make another break. Taylor going from acting half back, shrugs off Jeffrey. Rotherham now inside to Keating. Rotherham once more. Misses out Wilkins, brings in Browning, the try scorer. He's stopped on halfway. Rotherham moves it right now. Groff to Cruikshanks, back to Groff. On to second rower Noble. Last tattle indicates the referee. Groff puts in the up and under. And Fulham regain possession, but Leigh will get the advantage of their second turnover of the game. That's 4 we've had in this first 35 minutes. Leigh struggling to put a movement together at the moment. Standish behind the play of the ball. Reparty now. On to Sullivan, to Brown. Brown gets a good inside pass to Ruane. He couldn't get the ball away in the tattle. It's better from Leigh. Reparty now. On to Donahue. Donahue inside to Jeffrey. Jeffrey stopped by Noble and Browning. Case to Reparty. Reparty stopped 5 yards short of the home 25. Sullivan moves it right to Brown. Brown goes through the gap once more. A good inside ball. It's still with Case. Brown Case stopped 10 yards out. Last tattle again, says the referee. Sullivan. A wild pass picked up by Donahue, who launches the up and under. It's with Hill. On to Jeffrey, and Jeffrey is in. Hill collided with Pearce as they both went for the high ball. Referee Ray Tennant explaining to the Fulham fullback that it was a 50-50 ball. Ian Jeffrey's 14th try of the season puts Leigh back in front. Leigh now lead by 8 points to 6.
He kicked the ball and tackled him. How could he offside? He kicked the ball.
So Paul Topping to attempt to convert Leigh's first try of the afternoon. So Paul Topping, 2 from 2 attempts so far this afternoon. So Paul Topping tags on the conversion. It's a valuable 6 points for Leigh, coming as it does just 3 minutes before the end of normal time at the end of this first period. Puts Leigh ahead by 4 points. The scoreline is now Fulham 6 points, Leigh 10. So Greg Pearce back at the centre with the restart for Fulham. Wayne Standish makes that one his own. Loses the ball as he's upended by a tackle. It's now with Grove, the scrum half, and Leigh immediately put the pressure back on themselves. Rotherham now on to Wilkins. Rotherham moves it left this time. Good defence by Leigh, forcing Fulham back on that occasion. That was a high-looking tackle, that from Mark. I think it's Mark Shields. The Fulham player lies prostrate on the ground. Mark Shields is the man called out and made to stand to one side whilst the Fulham player receives treatment. Leigh can ill afford to lose a player for the remainder of this match. Well, it's a talking to. Well, it doesn't even look as though Mark Shields is going to get sin-binned. Long lecture from Mr. Tennant. Mark Shields stays on the field to the derision of the home supporters. Now the referee's lecturing the home players. So I think in the end Greg Pearce may attempt another penalty kick at goal to try and reduce the arrears to 2 points. Well, it's been a non-too-descript first half, to say the least, here at Crystal Palace. 40 minutes are up on the watch. There's quite a lot of added time to come for injuries and stoppages by the referee. Greg Pearce's third attempt of the game. He's 1 from 2 attempts so far. He's inside the Leigh 25, just some 5 yards to the left of the Leigh post. But Pearce is successful this time. Greg Pearce's second goal of the afternoon makes the scoreline now Fulham 8 points, Leigh 10. So Fulham in possession from the kick-off. Rotherham going from acting half-back. Already had 1 minute of added time at the end of this first period. Corcoran, 3-man Leigh defence stops him. Rotherham moves it left. Browning, short pass. Leigh stopped the move once more. Grove now out to Cruikshank. Break on by Pearce. Good tackling by Hill though. Stopping the ball in the movement as well. It's on the last tackle. Grove puts in the kick again. Standish takes that one. Gets away from 2 tacklers this time. Stopped on halfway by Browning, but Leigh back in possession. Potter now. Drives in. Wilkins with the stop for Fulham. Case takes the inside ball from Rapati, but Rotherham wraps that move up. Pearce now. Well, welcome back to the National Sports Centre here at Crystal Palace in South London. A reminder of the half-time scoreline in this afternoon's Stones Bitter Championship second division fixture. It's Fulham 8 points, Leigh 10. First half scrums were 6-2 in Fulham's favours, penalties 6-5 in Leigh's favour, and each side had the advantage of 2 turnovers. Doesn't appear to have been any substitutions during the half-time interval, so it's Greg Pearce to get the second half underway for the Londoners, and it's Leigh playing in their change strip of blue and white, playing from left to right. So David Hill takes that on his own try line. Tries to crash through the Fulham defence, but fails. Rapati goes from acting half-back. Stopped just short of his own 25. Sullivan now. On to Shields. Shields makes a half break. Tackled by Noble. Rapati now back to Topping for the kick. Fine kick again, forces both fullback Pearce and winger Mbarki to turn and chase. Pearce takes it 10 yards from his own try line. At least tattlers are there in numbers. Sullivan and Potter make the stop. And Mbarki now from acting halfback. Tattled by Brown and Rapati. Rotherham going alone. Just clears the 25. Case and Rapati with the stop for Leigh. Corcoran now. He makes a good 7 or 8 yards. Rotherham moves it left now to Keating. Last tattle indicates our referee Ray Tennant from Castleford. Rotherham throws it back to Grove. Charged down by David Rowan. Steps inside, gets it out to Collier, and Leigh are in for their second try of the game. Just what they wanted. A try inside 2 minutes at the start of the second half. And Andy Collier's second try of the season gives Leigh a 6-point advantage, and now lead Fulham by 14 points to 8. Well, good play, full credit there to the Leigh centre David Rowan, who got up quickly to stop the kick from Craig Grove. Charged the kick down. collected, handed off on Barkey, and then when Pearce made the tackle, he found Collier on his inside, and Leigh get their second try of the game. We've had just 2 minutes of this second half, and Paul Topping will now attempt the conversion. So Paul Topping, 10 yards in from this near touchline, 24 yards out. His first attempt of the second half, 3 from 3 attempts in the first half. And that is a good kick from Paul Topping, a very valuable kick because it gives Leigh a cushion. It now means that they're 8 points ahead and Fulham have got to score twice to win. So 3.5 minutes now of the second half gone, and a scoreline of Fulham 8 points, Leigh 16. So Pearce with the restart. Hill takes that one. Stopped 10 yards from his own try line. Loses the ball in the tattle, I think. The referee calls them back for the scrum. So Fulham with the opportunity to get back at Leigh straight away. Gruff with the feed. Possession to Fulham. Cruikshank tries to crash up centre field. Leigh stop him. Fulham trying to get behind their side now. They know they want 6 points from this position. Rotherham now. Browning on the charge. Leigh stop him once more. Crouch behind the play of the ball now. Well, the ball's up in the air. Fulham have still got it. Leigh stopped them 5 yards out. Rotherham moves it left to Browning. It's the last tackle. Good defence from Leigh so far. Well, no try. Ball was over the dead ball line when a Fulham player got to it, but certainly Leigh's defence was stood around ball watching on that occasion, and Dave Rotherham's kick from the acting halfback almost caught Leigh out. But the line survives. Ryan Case now on the charge for Leigh. Tackle comes in from Cruikshank. The party to Ruane. Browning with the stop. Party tries to crash from acting half-back. Takes play into the home half once more. Rotherham gets the tackle in for Fulham. Leigh now look to swing it. Donahue well wrapped up though in centre field. It's a fine tackle by Noble. Last tackle indicates the referee. Brown with the short kick ahead. All on, says the referee. 6 more tackles for Leigh. This time it's Fulham that's standing around ball watching. Standish now. Out to Sullivan. To Shields. Corcoran with the stop, just outside the home 25. Case looking for someone to support him, no one near enough. Party going from acting half-back, almost catches Fulham out again. Leigh could really do with another try from this situation. Sullivan inside to Brown. Well, the Fulham defence is held so far, and it's the last tackle. Topping with a drop goal attempt. That's another 1 point for Leigh. That's what Leigh want, to come away with points on each occasion. And Paul Topping's third drop goal of the season puts Leigh ahead now by 17 points to 8. So Leigh have scored at a point a minute so far in the second half. 7 points in 7 minutes. David Hill takes the kick off and makes 15 yards before he's stopped. Case stopped inside his own 25. McParty now out to Shields. No way through for Shields. Fulham looking to contain Leigh on this occasion. Kick comes in from Topping. Easy one for Pierce to take. And it takes 4 men to stop him in the end. A great charge from the Fulham fullback, Greg Pierce. Fulham trying to raise their game now as the supporters get behind them. Great defence by Brown on Wilkins. Centre Manthe having a go. Collier and Shields in on the stop for Leigh. Rotherham now on to Corcoran. Leigh defence looks a little keener in this second period than it did in the first. Rotherham now to Groff. Inside to Wilkins. Ball is dropped. Backwards, said the referee, but indicates that it's the last tackle anyway. Groff with the eye up and under. His Topping drops. Sullivan comes up with. But Leigh very fortunate to get away with that. Sullivan was well in front of Topping. And Topping must have been distracted by the crossbar. Fulham can feel, I think, a little aggrieved at that situation. The line holds once more for the visitors. Pierce takes the ball just inside his own half, and he'll run all day. A great surge from the fullback once more, up to the Leigh 25 again. Rotherham moves it right now to Keating. Ball is lost. Referee calls them back for the knock-on, and will scrum it 10 yards in front of those Leigh posts. And Leigh under a little pressure at the moment. They've had almost 10 minutes of this second period. Leigh with a 9-point advantage, but Fulham looking strong at the moment. Sullivan with the feed, possession to Leigh. Topping in the line, up to the 25 before he stopped. Good play from the fullback. Case now. 3-man tackle stops him in centre field. McParty now. Sullivan to Brown. Brown gets it to Donahue. Donahue loses the ball and Barkey picks it up for Fulham. And the tackle comes in from Potter for Leigh. So Fulham keep the pressure on. Groff forced to go it alone though. Rotherham now. Corcoran juddles with it but hangs on. Rotherham once more, out to Groff, on to Cruikshank. He juddles with it, gets it away to Pierce. Leigh forced Fulham back on this occasion. Rotherham now, moves it to Wilkins, a fine kick. Finds touch right in the corner. That's what Fulham want, but they've got to keep Leigh here. It'll be Leigh's head and ball at the feed. And with Sullivan to feed. Scrums one each so far in this second period. The referee not happy with that one. And he's to blame at the feet of the two open side props. Free keeping the packs apart. But Leigh come up with possession now. Topping in the line. Leigh going nowhere on that occasion. And Leigh have got to fight their way out of their own 25 at the moment. Otter makes 5 yards. Fulham doing a good defensive job at the moment. Good charge from Case. Gets it away to Rapati, and he gets it away to Ruane. Ruane to Potter. Leigh overdo it in the end. A fine tackle comes in from Manthe. Rapati throws it away. It's now in Sullivan's hands. Tattle from behind as he clears the 25. Good kick from Donahue. A fine kick from Donahue. Gets it away well to Ruane. On to Standish, and Leigh are going to be in for their third try of the afternoon. And Wayne Standish does a good job of going behind the Fulham post as well. Full credit to the Leigh wingman. Wayne Standish's fourth try of the season. And suddenly Leigh have found an extra gear in this second half and now lead Fulham by 21 points to 8. So Paul Topping to attempt the conversion from right in front of the Fulham post. Leigh now in the driving seat, 13 minutes into the second half, and they've scored. Well, if Topping adds this conversion, they'll have scored 13 points as well. Fine move that from young standoff Jason Donahue. Good chip over the defence, took the pass. Found Ruane in support. Ruane did a good job as well, dragging the defence in to put Standish in the clear on the outside. And now Topping. Looking for another 2 more points for the visitors. Five goals and a drop goal by Paul Topping so far this afternoon. 14 minutes of the second half gone. Scoreline here at Crystal Palace is now Fulham 8 points, Leigh 23. So Pearce with the restart for the Londoners. Directly out of play, and Leigh get the first penalty of this second half. In fact, it's the first penalty for either side in this second period. Well, we finally get a ball on the field. And when the ball eventually finishes up in Paul Topping's hands, I've no doubt he's going to kick for touch. And that's a fine kick from Topping. Finds touch in the home 25 and sets Leigh up with a good attacking position once more. So Rapati, first one in his case. Good tattle though by Keating. Sullivan now on to Brown. Brown charges in, gets it out to Rapati. Rapati still going, stopped 7-8 yards short of those Fulham posts. Donahue now out to Case. Case stopped 2 yards short. Leigh all over Fulham at the moment. And Mark Shields, I think, is in. Is the try given? No, possession to Fulham. And Leigh penalised for offside. So Craig Grove with the kick for touch. Finds touch on his own 25. Rotherham hands it on to Corcoran. Fulham have got a lot to do to get themselves back in this game. That was blatantly forward to Keating, but Fulham get away with it, but lose possession. And Leigh quickly lose possession back as well. So Fulham will get head and ball at the scrum. Just when Leigh appeared to be taking command of the game, a lapse of concentration. And Fulham hang in there. Leigh wheeled the scrum, but Fulham come away with it. Pearce, but the ball is lost. Leigh scrum half Pearson, beg your pardon. Andy Sullivan is penalised for offside. Greg Pearce's attempted pass to wingman Leslie was knocked down by a Leigh player. Sullivan was in an offside position. And Sullivan, penalty conceded by Sullivan, sees Fulham take play back to the Leigh half, and now Noel Keating is going off. So Fulham desperate for a try from somewhere now to get themselves back in this game. Grove to Cruikshank. Good defence from Leigh. Wimborne has come on. The second rower, Noble trying his hand. Leigh's defence pushes him back. Rotherham now. Grove onto Cruikshank. Bring Pearce in, another well worked move from Fulham, but the Leigh defence read it well. Well, we're told Wimborne had come on, but certainly number 14 is on the field. He's just handled the ball from action half back, and 14 is supposed to be Mellors. Well, the kick goes in. And a try for Hussein Mbaki. Leigh were all stood around ball watching, thinking he was in an offside position. And Hussein Mbaki takes the easiest of opportunities presented by the complacent Leigh defence. And 19 minutes into the second half, Fulham get their second try of the game and reduce the arrears to 11 points. It's now Fulham 12, Leigh 23. So Greg Pearce to attempt the conversion. Makes no mistake. Pearce's third goal of the afternoon. Gives Fulham hope. It's now a scoreline of Fulham 14 points, Leigh 23, and we're halfway through the second half. 20 minutes to go here at Crystal Palace. So Fulham take it from the restart. And what have they got to offer now? They'll certainly be encouraged by that 6 points. Grove now, hands on to Corcoran. And Fulham look suddenly keener from that try. Here comes Taylor. Gets the ball away well to the substitute, which we're told is Wimborne. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Cruikshank now. Leigh come up with the ball. Brian Kay still going. Takes play back into the Fulham 25. Leigh looking to get on with things, looking for another try. Rapati loses the ball. Backwards, said the referee. Leigh retain possession. Rapati going from action half back. Takes play to within 20 yards of that Fulham try line. Leigh with a good line out here. An off the ball incident involving the Leigh skipper Peter Brown and Hussein Mbaki. And the referee is talking to Peter Rapati as well as Peter Brown. It's as though Leigh are going to concede the penalty. Well, skipper Brown questioned the decision. Leigh certainly don't want to lose their discipline at this stage, because this game is far from over with. They're only 9 points ahead. That's a bad kick by Grove, picked up by Topping. Topping stopped by Wimborne and Pearce. Case now for Leigh. Can Leigh settle it down and go back to playing the rugby that they played in the first quarter an hour of this second half? Collier trying to crash through, wrapped up though by Taylor. Donahue decides to take them on. He's knocked back though. Party now. Well, Jeffrey gets it away well, but Leigh are going backwards at the moment. Shields looking to keep the ball moving. Fine defence from Fulham once more. Try to certainly encourage them. Good up and under from Brown. Safely taken by Pearce though. And he's flattened totally by Ian Potter's tackle. Crowth unloads it to Manthe. Taylor behind the play the ball, going from acting half-back. Collier in with the tackle for Leigh. Fulham now. Grouch moves it out to Cruikshank once more. Good line out here for Fulham, but they don't pass it the full width. It's a good inside ball though to Wilkins. On to the substitute, Wimborne. Good defence by Leigh, just outside their own 25. The left wing pair of Jeffrey and Hill making the stop, but the home supporters encouraged by this. But great defence on Manthe. Superb tackle from Peter Rapati. Last tackle indicates the referee. Up and under comes in from Pearce. Hill shepherds it safely over the dead ball line, and Leigh will be content to tap from their own 25. Well, just 15 and a half minutes remaining here at Crystal Palace. Leigh 9 points ahead at the moment. They lead Fulham by 23 points to 14. With no ball on the field again. Referee has stopped the clock. I think why Fulham make a substitution. Taking off David Cruikshank.
Fulham substitution, number 14, Ian Mellors, replacing number 6, Dave Cruikshank.
Well, number 15 has in fact come on. As Mark Shield is tattled on his own 25, but Leigh in possession now. And Leigh get a penalty at the play of the ball, much to the discontent of the home supporters again. Pulling the man trying to play the ball indicates the referee. Topping will kick for touch once more. And ball Topping only makes 10 yards, but at least he makes sure. It's more than Craig Pearce did with the last kick. Case on the charge again. Corcoran with the tattle for Fulham. The party going from acting half-back. Wrapped up by Browning. Man and ball. Potter goes from acting half-back. Almost catches Fulham out. Takes play into the home half. Reparted out to Sullivan. To Donahue. On to Collier. Good tattle on Collier. Jeffrey and Donahue's attempted run around didn't work for Leigh. And it's the last tattle indicates the referee. Sullivan with the short kick. Played on by Ruane. Knocked on indicates the referee. So the turnover goes the way of the Londoners. So what have Fulham got left in their repertoire? Here comes substitute. Well, we're told Mellors. Rotherham now hands it on to Noble. Here comes substitute Wimborne. Leigh stop him short of halfway. Rotherham once more. Now with Corcoran. Fine move with Wilkins. Ball's thrown inside. Fulham retain possession. Pearce now. Grove. Long ball. Great defence though by Jeffrey for Leigh. Last tackle. Kick comes in from Mellors. Referee calls them back for the knock-on. We'll scrum it over on the far side of the field. Fulham's head and ball. Grove to feed. Possession once more to Fulham. Good defence by Leigh. Tackle by Rowan on Taylor. Mellors now upended though by Potter's tackle. Grove now. It out to second row Wilkins. He hands it on to his second row partner Noble, but the Leigh defence holds again. Inside to Taylor. He's half stopped by Brown. Fulham moving it left. A fine break though. It's to the supporting Manthe, but he can't take it. The ball definitely went forward. Fulham can't believe it. But again, they unlocked the Leigh defence with a well-worked move. So Sullivan to feed. 11 minutes remaining. Leigh come up with possession. Topping tries to work a run around, but Mellors in the line to stop him. Sullivan tries to take them on now. Makes it to halfway. Barty moves it left to Shields. Barty goes from acting half-back, makes another 5 or 6 yards. Potter now behind the play of the ball. Brown juddles with it, gets it away well to Donahue. Last tackle indicates the referee. Kick comes in. Taken by Pearce. He could have let that one go, I think, but he elects to take the catch and run it. He stopped 10 yards out. And Fulham dangerously passing the ball on their own try line, but it works out for them. Great defence by Hill. That was needed because Fulham were looking to move the ball the complete width of the field. Now they've got a good line out on this side as well. Another good tackle. 3 men overlap here for Fulham. Got to take chances now. There goes Grove. You stop him just outside his own 25. The kick comes in. Topping takes it inside his own 25. We're inside the last 10 minutes. Topping gets away from the first tacklers. Good ball out to Jeffrey. Well, in fact, it's David Hill. He takes it almost to halfway. We move it left now with Potter. And gets it inside to Topping. Topping tries to duck under the tackle from Corcoran, but can't. Sullivan now. Shields. Ball lost in the tackle, and Leigh want to make a substitution to bring off Brian Case and bring on David O'Toole. I think Brian Case has been carrying a knock. So 8 minutes of the match remaining here in London. Fulham 14 points, Leigh 23. Referee not happy with the first scrum. Leigh trying to push Fulham off it, but Fulham come up with possession. Connors is in the line. Gets it away to Grove. Fulham certainly prepared to give the ball somehow to try and pull this one out of the fire. Here comes Winborn now. The ball is lost though. Shields now for Leigh. It's away from a couple of tattlers. Unloads to Rapati. He stopped just inside Fulham territory. So here comes substitute O'Toole. And makes a couple of yards. Brown trying to force his way through centre field. And now Peter Brown slow to get up. So Peter Brown has taken a knock. Rapati now for Leigh. Out to Sullivan, to Donoghue, on to Topping. Topping stopped by Mellors. O'Toole in again. Last one indicates our referee, Mr. Tennant. Donoghue kicks ahead, taken though by Mellors. Gets it out to the centre man thin. A great tackle though by Topping. Good play by Fulham. Good recovery by Leigh. So 6 minutes remain. Sullivan feeds the scrum. Leigh come up with possession. Stopping, trying to break clear. Mellors in with the tattle again. Leigh up to their own 25 now. On to Shields. Shields stopped by his opposite number, Corcoran. Brown appears to have recovered. And the reception committee was waiting for him as well. Not the best of passes back to Topping, but he manages to get the kick away. Beats Leslie as well and finds touch in just inside the Fulham half of the field. So just 5 minutes remaining. Leigh ahead by 23 points to 14, thanks to that surge of 13 points in the opening 13 minutes of this second half. Apart from that, it's been a rather drear and dour performance by Leigh. So Fulham still going forward. Still not giving this one up. Good defence though by Leigh. Mantha behind the play of the ball. Good tackle from Jeffrey. Fulham trying all the moves in their repertoire at the moment to unlock this Leigh defence, but they've got to do it twice to win. But an attempted interception there by Andy Collier. Just couldn't hang on to the ball. Read the pass well. Lost possession and will scrum it 5 yards inside the Leigh half. And it's ticking away in Leigh's favour at the moment. Possession to Fulham. Mellors stopped by Donoghue. Fulham still going, running at Leigh. Got a good line out here. Ball lost. Browning recovers the situation. Standish gets the tattle in. Fulham up to the Leigh 25. Grove inside to Corcoran. Rotherham, Fulham man of the match behind the play of the ball. They bring Pearce in. And he's still going. Well, he appeared to be tackled at least twice. He stopped 2 or 3 yards out and he's still going forward. Leigh stopped them right on the try line. Last tattle indicates the referee. Well, the referee has given the try. Fulham have certainly not given this one up. That try comes with just 2.5 minutes remaining here at Crystal Palace. Russell Browning gets his second try of the afternoon. And Fulham, with the conversion to come, could find themselves just 3 points away from the lead total. Pearce gets his 4th goal of the afternoon. And the scoreline here now at Crystal Palace of Fulham 20 points, Leigh 23, with just 2 minutes of normal time remaining. And Fulham cheering the Leigh supporters as they take their time getting back to the centre for the restart. Leigh have had to fight hard for this victory this afternoon, but they've still got 2.5 minutes to hang on if they're going to count it as a victory. So Paul Topping with the restart. Leslie takes it behind his own try line, and Fulham are going to give it a go now. They're going to be forced to defend hard from this situation. Fulham with a good line out here as well. Ball's taken by Manthe. It's Hussein Mbaki. He throws it inside, but Fulham drop on the loose ball. The referee won't be happy with that one though. Ball lost in the tattle. So Leigh get head and ball at the scrum. 60 seconds remain here at Crystal Palace. Head and ball to Leigh. Leigh come up with possession. Donahue just takes the tattle. Leigh will want to play these 6 tattles to the full and hopefully get a try to boot as well. Shields now looking for a way outside, still short of the Fulham 25. McCarthy goes it alone. Mullers gets the tattle in. Kick ahead, taken by Mbaki. Leigh concede possession. Good defence by Ruane. Now Leigh have got to keep Fulham down here. Fulham know what is needed, and there goes Pearce, leading by example. Fullbacks had a fine game this afternoon for Fulham. Rotherham moves it.